Shoot. Next one for y'all. Should athletes and artists start businesses while they're still playing?
I think so.
Or still making music, no matter whichever one.
I think so, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely artists, I think they should start because as far as artistry is, you don't know when it's going to end. I mean, I know athletes, you kind of don't know when it's going to end, but contractually, athletes are kind of guaranteed a certain amount for a certain amount of time. Whereas artists, now some people have it in their contracts where they could be signed to years or they could be signed to projects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And regardless of how fast you drop those projects, you can get out of your contract.
Yeah.
But the money's there. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to pay the money back anyway. So why not start something up to be able to generate revenue outside of doing shows? Because I know that's kind of the forte right now. Is doing shows and stuff. And well, even now, a lot of these artists are doing like social media stuff too, to where they can do brand deals and stuff like that a little bit more often than they would, back in the days, if you want to consider that. But
I'll say, I guess, adding on to that, I remember obviously like growing up, one of my, obviously like it sounds silly, but one of my like my heroes as I was like growing up was Kevin Hart, right? And Kevin Hart, like one thing he does a phenomenal job of is always like he's not doing very much gatekeeping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's giving you the formula of how to do it. If you do it, that's up to you, right? And I remember one day he was talking about, he was talking to some other comics, but then he was talking in general, and I think it applies to everything, where he was saying like, you can do all these other things, but never forget like what got you these things, right? So and he was talking, I think he was talking about I think he was talking to Drewski, or talking about, he was referencing Drewski, and he was like, obviously Drewski's in Prize Picks, he's in this, he's in all these different avenues, but he was like, don't forget the skits is why you have the ability to do all of these things.
Exactly.
So as you're doing it, do not forget, like you need to still do skits. You know what I'm saying? And it was the same thing where it's just like, and it kind of brings me, and he's not just speaking on it, he does it, right? Yeah. Kevin Hart is in 1,000 movies. You know what I'm saying? He's doing deals with Old Spice. He had the little roast where he literally named every endorsement that he has, and it took daggum 5 minutes to say all of them. But he still does stand-up comedy.
Yeah. And he doesn't have to, but he does it because it helps his brand. People,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So, and it was essentially, it came down to that thing where it's like, as we talk to all these artists and all the pro athletes and college athletes, one thing that we hear all the time, just in the different terms, keeping the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Football players, yes, go start businesses, yes, go do this, but but also understand, if you're not catching the dig across the middle, they're not going to pay you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're too busy doing modeling and this and this and this, and you're not catching that ball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the big money's out of there.
All of it will stop, because if you got a business, it's really based off of your brand.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the thing that got you your brand, then your business is going to fail.
Yeah.
So you better keep the main, like you said, keep the main thing the main thing, and until your business is sustainable.
Yeah.
You know,
once your business starts bringing you in residual income.
Right. It was
Yeah.
No, let me ask this, because and this is, I guess, more specifically for artists. Like, I know a lot of artists that I've listened to in the past definitely are become big enough artists to go ahead and venture out and do these brand deals, doing these marketing deals. But when they come back to the music side, it's like, damn, I low-key don't really rock with the music anymore, because it's starting to get a little bit of like repetitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how do you think you navigate between doing what got you there, but being innovative at the same time?
Yeah.
In the music industry, is there a way to work in the industry that got you there, or learning something within the industry to help you like stay rooted in what got you there?
Yes,
without doing the performances. And
yes, I was about to say, because I know a lot of musicians that will blow up, and I use Lil Yachty as an example. Lil Yachty and Pharrell make half of hip hop's music right now. You know what I'm saying? They write all their songs. They write all these people's songs for them. So it's the thing where it's like, again, obviously, like Lil Yachty still raps and still does tours and still does all the stuff, but he also I can't remember half the songs that he's written for. I mean, he's written.
I mean, he did an album for Drake. You know, like an entire album.
I was thinking about
with the City Girls. He made
City Girls.
He made some of their biggest songs.
Yeah, really QC in general. I think they relied on Lil Yachty a lot more than people want to acknowledge as far as writing songs for people and keeping them afloat, writing his songs of his own.
And Kanye.
And Kanye.
I mean, because that helps her like artists. I mean, that's still artistry. And that's still the artist. Mm-hmm. So I think that a lot of people that perform can also do other things. You know what I mean, within the industry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's writing, whether it's producing. And I don't know what else goes into that.
No, I guess low key that kind of. I'm just thinking about what I was asking too. Like people, sometimes their music doesn't hit the same. Honestly, I think that's more of when people, you could tell early in careers, that's got people well known and recognized and stuff. They'll rap about stuff that was relatable to the masses.
Yeah.
Right? And then when they get money, they start rapping about get money stuff that half the people can't really relate to.
Right.
So it's like you kind of lose fan base. But in this day and age, you low key still keep the streaming and the numbers just because you're a bigger artist at that point.
And I'll say this too, though. One thing that kind of goes with that is, I would say, like, as they get bigger and they start becoming like unrelatable, I feel like the fact that they're so consistent, I think they're still able to keep that fan base because people, although they are starting to get out of that, let's go like Drake. Like Drake is starting, he want to go to the whatever into the Vava. I don't know what that means, but it's that thing where it's like, as
he's just making up,
but it's just like
he's making up places and words. But he may make it.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I gotta go to that, right? So it's just this thing where it's like, he's getting up here. And he's starting to be unrelatable, but he's also grabbed our attention because he's still like telling a story, and he's still visible enough in his storytelling to where we're watching him get to this point. So it's even though it's not relatable, it's still something that attracts human beings to it because it's like, okay, that is what it's. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what Noah's Ark was until
we went there.
Things started going well, and we went to Noah's Ark.
Hey, I'm gonna be real too, Wayne. I'm play devil advocate to that point. If you're talking like specifically about Drake, I think he does a good job, especially with Iceman, to be honest with you. I think he did a really, really, really good job of paying homage to the one younger crowd, but two, like stuff that is relatable to other people. Now he is talking about that get money shit, you know what I mean? Like he's obviously Drake still at the end of the day, he's gonna talk about what's relatable to him and stuff. But I think he didn't necessarily get away from that with these last projects.
Correct.
Because he was still in tune with what got him there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's seen other people work their way up and kind of giving them a platform.
Yeah.
Because DJ Frisco, we in Florida. Like, everybody here knows DJ Frisco.
954.
Everybody knows that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, he's not necessarily a household name internationally. You know what I mean? We know because he just makes Florida music and stuff like that. He just, but...
No, I agree. I think, and not to be on it too long, not to be on this topic too long, but it's one of those things where, like you just said, I think he made like those 3 albums. The only people I've heard say they don't like those 3 albums is people that haven't listened to all 3 albums.
Yeah.
Which is, if that's the case, why are we even discussing it? Right. But it's one of those things where it's like he has that he has different demographics that it's going after.
Exactly.
And that's just, maybe it's just my POV, and I could definitely be wrong.
I think you're right.
You know what I'm saying? But what's it, the Habibi? Like that one is like, he's talking about love, and he's talking about this, and he's talking about people can relate to that.
Yeah,
human beings can relate to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just more R&B, like songs like that, right? And then you have Maid of Honor. Maid of Honor is literally for the summertime. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't tell me people are flying to Turks and Caicos and not feeling every song on that album. You know what I'm saying? There's like, or we're just going on vacation or going on a boat or doing, you know what I'm saying? Doing some baller stuff that you do, right? And then like the obviously Iceman, that's like, let's rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's for people that just want to hear him rap. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
just like he made demographics. He made again the Maid of Honor is like tropical, and it's just like club music.
It is. It's club music.
It's club music.
Club music, dance music.
We literally went out, and they only played Drake for 2 hours. And the same people that 3 hours, and the same people I heard that said they don't like it.
They were all
right. I said, look, you look like you like it a lot.
Yeah. You know? So
don't blame it on the Vava.
Yeah. Come on, man. So. But yeah,